of all, like social media, quite frankly, is the toilet of...
Hollywood loves a good love story, but in 2025, it seems even the most glamorous romances couldn't escape heartbreak. From iconic reunions to whirlwind celebrity flings, the first half of the year has already left fans shocked, emotional, and asking, which couple will be next? Let's take a closer look at the famous love stories that captivated the world and the surprising reasons they came to an end. The year 2025 has barely reached its midpoint, yet Hollywood has already witnessed a series of relationship endings that have left fans stunned and hearts heavy. From long-term marriages and relationships that spanned decades to relatively new pairings that captured the public's imagination, the breakups of the year have demonstrated that even celebrity love stories, often idealized and magnified by the media, are not immune to life's unpredictable turns. While some couples parted ways quietly and amicably, others faced turbulent splits that involved legal disputes and intense public scrutiny.
You know what I mean? No, I don't feel that. I feel that I live my life very out loud.
Each story offers a glimpse into the reality behind the glitz and glamour, showing that love, no matter how celebrated, can take different forms and sometimes conclude despite genuine affection. One of the most talked about breakups early in 2025 involved Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, the couple famously dubbed Bennifer. Their relationship has been one of Hollywood's most storied romances, with an initial romance beginning in 2002, followed by an engagement in the same period, and a highly publicized breakup in 2004. The two eventually reconciled nearly 2 decades later, officially reuniting in 2021. Their renewed love story created a media sensation worldwide, culminating in a highly anticipated wedding in the summer of 2022.
Even though I was in the public eye, and I wanted to share my life with someone.
Right.
For many fans, this rekindled romance symbolized enduring love, resilience, and second chances. The couple was constantly in the spotlight, attending major events such as the Met Gala, the Oscars, and numerous film premieres. Their public image suggested a mature, balanced partnership forged by years of experience and personal growth. Despite their seemingly perfect union, cracks began to appear in 2024. In August of that year, Jennifer Lopez unexpectedly filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The process was completed on January 6, 2025, and while there was intense speculation in the media, both parties emphasized the absence of any scandal.
Someone to be there when I'm having my big important moments on the red carpet. I want someone.
They reached a private and peaceful agreement regarding asset division, including their shared villa, and neither was required to pay alimony. Publicly, Affleck downplayed media exaggerations, noting that what was reported often magnified ordinary conflicts, while Lopez reflected on how the breakup had led her to appreciate self-love and personal growth. Today, Lopez has immersed herself in her artistic pursuits, including acting and music, with projects like the movie Kiss of the Spider-Woman, produced by Affleck, signaling their continued professional collaboration. Affleck, meanwhile, has devoted more attention to his family, particularly his 3 children with ex-wife Jennifer Garner, and has quietly begun dating again. The end of Bennifer 2.0, despite being framed by many as a fairy tale romance,
once outside of a club in New York. But yeah, I'm 5'10".
serves as a reminder that even the most celebrated love stories can reach a natural conclusion without drama or resentment. Reality television has also produced Heartbreak in 2025. Amaya Espinol and Brian Arenales, the winners of Love Island USA Season 7, were once hailed as the perfect reality show couple. Their on-screen chemistry, sweet gestures, and shared triumphs, including splitting the $100,000 prize to demonstrate solidarity, made them fan favorites. Yet, only weeks after their victory, the couple abruptly unfollowed each other on social media, deleted their affectionate photos, and sparked rumors of infidelity. Amaya hinted at heartbreak in a cryptic post, and during a reunion event on August 25th, Brian was confronted with accusations of betrayal.
Is the best support that I could ever ask for.
Although he denied having an affair, Amaya confirmed their breakup shortly afterward, citing that they were on divergent life paths and could not reconcile their differences. The revelation that Brian quickly appeared in Miami socializing with others shortly after the split deepened the sense of disappointment among fans. This situation highlights the difficulty of translating reality show romance into real-life commitment, particularly under public scrutiny and the pressures of adjusting to life outside the villa. Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson, who had been seen as a model couple in Hollywood, also parted ways in early 2025. Their marriage, spanning nearly 11 years, was built on a foundation of mutual respect.
I was shocked. How are you feeling?
And a shared focus on family, with 3 children at the center of their lives. The separation, announced via social media, was presented as a calm and deliberate decision rather than a response to conflict. Both parties agreed to prioritize the well-being of their children, maintaining a respectful co-parenting relationship while pursuing individual paths. Simpson emphasized that the split allowed her to regain personal balance, while Eric continued his role as a devoted father. Their amicable approach to ending the marriage exemplifies how mature handling of relationships can preserve dignity and stability for all involved. Similarly, Montgomery and Meyer Sethi, a couple known for their discretion and focus on family, finalized their divorce in February 2025 after living apart since May 2023. Married in 2019 and parents to a young son, the pair managed to keep their split relatively private. Gummer highlighted the importance of maintaining a stable and loving environment for their child, while both continued to pursue their respective careers. Their separation, while ending nearly 6 years of marriage, underscores a growing trend among Hollywood couples who prioritize professionalism and family responsibilities over public spectacle during breakups. The end of long-term marriages was also seen with Jessica Alba and Cash Warren, who concluded their 16-year marriage in early 2025. The couple had spent over 2 decades together, including courtship and parenthood, raising a family with 3 children. Their separation, announced initially through subtle changes in public appearances,
I take a lot of risks, a lot of blind faith, but the faith is there,
later confirmed via social media, was framed as a mutual decision to pursue personal growth. Alba focused on her acting career while exploring light dating, and Warren publicly supported her, reflecting a commitment to maintaining amicable relations for the sake of their children. Their divorce, devoid of scandal or conflict, portrayed an image of a mature, civilized separation, highlighting that long-term partnerships can conclude with grace rather than drama. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, another couple celebrated for their romance, officially ended their relationship in June 2025 after nearly 9 years together. The couple, known for high-profile public appearances and an extensive engagement period, cited work pressures, overlapping schedules, and geographical distance as factors that gradually eroded their connection. In a joint statement,
but I believe in myself so much.
They emphasized their commitment to co-parenting their daughter, Daisy Dove, and framing their separation as a transition rather than an end. Post-breakup, Perry threw herself into her tour and social activities, while Bloom focused on travel and personal reflection. Their split demonstrated that even high-profile, seemingly stable partnerships require adjustment and prioritization when balancing personal, professional, and family commitments. Rising stars Kaya Gerber and Austin Butler, who had captivated public attention with their relationship since late 2021, also parted ways in early 2025. Known for their appearances on red carpets and high-fashion events, the young couple maintained a glamorous public image, embodying the spirit of modern Hollywood romance. However, busy schedules and growing professional demands created distance, eventually leading to a peaceful and mutual separation. Gerber returned to her international modeling career, while Butler continued his work in film, including projects following his success as Elvis Presley. Despite the breakup, both maintained a respectful friendship, reflecting the reality that romantic love and mutual admiration can coexist even after a relationship ends.
You know?
Jamie Foxx and Alice Hustep, another notable couple, quietly ended their relationship in early 2025 after several years together. Unlike many high-profile splits, their breakup was conducted privately and without public drama. The two chose to focus on individual career paths, Foxx on film and music projects, and Hustep on modeling, while preserving mutual respect and dignity. Their separation serves as a reminder that not all Hollywood breakups require public confrontation. Some can simply reflect the need for personal growth and balance. Gleb Savchenko and Brooks Ender, a professional dancer and model pair, similarly parted ways due to the demands of their careers. Their relationship, marked by frequent social media updates and shared public appearances, ultimately succumbed to the challenges of distance and professional commitments. Despite the split, both continued to support their individual careers and occasionally collaborated publicly, demonstrating that amicable breakups can allow both parties to flourish independently. Kanye West and Bianca Censori's relationship represents a more complicated dynamic in Hollywood romance. The couple, who married privately in 2022 after years of collaboration and dating, faced public scrutiny due to West's controversial statements and the pressures of work, media, and personal life. Despite tensions and periods of separation,
I didn't hide from it, and I spoke about it. And I think now, after what's happened,
the couple maintained an underlying connection, balancing challenges with ongoing collaboration in artistic projects. Their story highlights the complexities of love under the lens of fame, showing that even amid difficulties, emotional and creative bonds can persist. The separation of Scott and Kelly Wolf, after more than 2 decades of marriage, presents a particularly intense narrative. Together since 2002 and married in 2004, the couple raised 3 children and enjoyed a seemingly harmonious public image. However, their split in June 2025 was followed by a family dispute, a temporary restraining order, and custody complications, exposing the intense personal challenges behind their breakup. Allegations, legal battles, and hospitalizations underscored the emotional toll of long-term relationships ending. Yet both parties continued to work toward a stable environment for their children, demonstrating the resilience and responsibility that parenthood imposes even amid personal conflict. As 2025 forward, these stories collectively paint a vivid portrait of love and loss in Hollywood. Whether through amicable separations, quiet endings, or complex legal struggles, the common thread is the interplay between personal fulfillment, professional responsibilities, and familial obligations. Couples like Affleck and Lopez, Simpson and Johnson, Alba and Warren, and Perry and Bloom show that love can change shape and continue to exist in forms other than marriage or romantic partnership. Younger couples like Gerber and Butler illustrate that even relationships filled with passion and mutual admiration are not immune to the pressures of life and careers. Meanwhile, complicated situations such as the Wolf family highlight that relationships can end in turmoil, yet commitment to children and family remains paramount. The year's high-profile breakups also reflect a broader truth about human connection. Love is rarely static, and relationships evolve in response to personal growth, changing priorities, and external pressures. In Hollywood, these dynamics are magnified by public attention and media scrutiny, but the underlying human experience remains relatable. Fans witness both the excitement of new romances and the heartbreak of endings, learning that respect, communication, and care can define a relationship's legacy even after separation. While headlines often focus on scandal and conflict,
You know, when I'm doing whatever, or when we're going to the store, whatever it is, like I wanted to share that. And so
many of these couples demonstrate that civil, compassionate endings are not only possible but also honorable. Even in a world defined by glamour, the stories of Bennifer 2.0, Amaya and Brian, Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson, Montgomery and Mayar Sethi, Jessica Alba and Cash Warren, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, Kaya Gerber and Austin Butler, Jamie Foxx and Alice Hustep, Gleb Savchenko and Brooks Ender, Kanye West and Bianca Censori, and Scott and Kelly Wolf illustrate that love, growth, and family responsibilities are complex. Some relationships end quietly, some evolve into co-parenting partnerships, and some endure legal and emotional trials, yet all reflect a universal reality. Love is powerful, fragile, and transformative. Memories remain, lessons are learned, and individuals continue to navigate new chapters with hope, resilience, and a commitment to self and others. Looking back on the first half of 2025, it becomes clear that even celebrity couples who appear ideal in the public eye are subject to the same challenges as anyone else. Romantic love may fade, professional pressures may strain connections, and personal growth may demand independence. Yet, across all these stories, there is a persistent theme of responsibility, respect, and adaptability. Whether through amicable divorces, shared custody arrangements, or ongoing friendships after breakups, the couples demonstrate that relationships can end without bitterness, that love can change form, and that memories and lessons endure even when the romantic bond concludes. From fairy tale romances that ended in quiet dignity to turbulent separations that revealed the fragility of even long-term commitments, 2025 has been a year of poignant reminders that love, though celebrated and scrutinized, is ultimately a human experience marked by change, growth, and enduring emotional impact. In the end, while fans may feel the sting of heartbreak vicariously through these stories, the couples themselves are moving forward, pursuing new paths, and redefining what it means to love responsibly, maturely, and with respect for oneself and others. And as Jennifer Lopez aptly remarked, sometimes love does not vanish. It merely transforms, opening the door to new chapters and fresh beginnings, carrying forward the warmth, lessons, and memories that will always remain. The first half of 2025 has proven to be a turbulent period for Hollywood romances, with numerous high-profile breakups dominating headlines and social media feeds. From enduring partnerships spanning decades to more recent, seemingly perfect love stories, this year has reminded fans that even celebrity relationships, often idealized and scrutinized by the public, are subject to the complexities of life. The reasons for these splits vary: career pressures, conflicting life goals, long-distance challenges, or simply growing apart. But the outcomes share a common thread: the end of love, whether amicable or turbulent, is a profound transition in human life, even for those in the limelight. Among the most sensational breakups was the dissolution of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez's relationship, often referred to as Bennifer 2.0. Their love story is one of Hollywood's most enduring and publicized narratives. Originally dating in the early 2000s, the couple became engaged in 2002 before splitting in 2004. Nearly 2 decades later, they surprised the world by rekindling their romance in 2021, culminating in a wedding in the summer of 2022. Their reunion sparked a global media frenzy, with fans celebrating the idea that love could survive the test of time. Affleck and Lopez's relationship appeared to symbolize a mature, stable romance, marked by mutual support, red carpet appearances, and public affirmations of their admiration for one another. Despite appearances, challenges loomed beneath the surface. By August 2024, Lopez filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences, a process finalized on January 6, 2025. Though media speculation was rampant, Both parties emphasized that there was no scandal, only divergent life views and differing priorities. They privately resolved the division of assets, including their shared villa, and neither was required to pay alimony. Affleck noted that media coverage often exaggerated ordinary disagreements, while Lopez reflected on the breakup as a catalyst for self-awareness and self-love. Today, Lopez continues to focus on her artistic projects, including the film Kiss of the Spider-Woman, still produced by Affleck, illustrating their ongoing professional respect. Affleck, meanwhile, has devoted himself to his children with ex-wife Jennifer Garner and quietly returned to dating. The end of Bennifer 2.0 demonstrates that even a highly celebrated romance can naturally conclude, leaving room for personal growth and mutual respect. Reality television has also provided its share of heartbreak. Amaya Espinal and Brian Arenales, the first Latino couple to win Love Island USA Season 7, captured hearts with their chemistry and emotional connection. Fans were charmed by Brian's decision to split the $100,000 prize with Amaya,
Let me set the record straight right now. We met once.
which reinforced the narrative of an authentic, dreamy romance. Yet only weeks after leaving the villa, their relationship unraveled. The two unfollowed each other on social media, removed affectionate photos, and sparked rumors about Brian's potential infidelity. Amaya confirmed their breakup shortly after a reunion event, citing differences in life direction and unmet emotional needs. This swift dissolution highlighted the difficulty reality show romances face when transitioning from the controlled environment of television to the challenges of real life. Another admired Hollywood couple, Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson, also ended their marriage in early 2025. Married in 2014 after meeting in 2010, the couple shared nearly 11 years together, raising 3 children in a stable and loving environment. Their split was framed as a calm, deliberate decision rather than a response to conflict. Simpson emphasized that both prioritized the happiness and stability of their children, maintaining a respectful co-parenting relationship. Their amicable approach demonstrates how long-term relationships can conclude with dignity and care, highlighting the importance of shared responsibilities and mutual understanding even after romantic bonds dissolve. Gummer and Meyer Sethi, another couple known for their discretion and privacy, finalized their divorce in February 2025 after living apart since May 2023. Married in 2019 and parents to a young son, their split remained largely out of the media spotlight. The primary focus for both was to ensure their child remained in a stable, loving environment, while continuing their respective careers. The Gummers' separation reflects a pattern among modern Hollywood couples, ending relationships quietly, with priority given to professionalism and family rather than public drama. Similarly, Jessica Alba and Cash Warren announced the conclusion of their 16-year marriage in January 2025. Their separation was preceded by subtle public signs, including living apart and no longer wearing wedding rings, and later confirmed on social media. Alba emphasized that they had grown together for 2 decades, and while their romantic journey had ended, their commitment to their children remained unwavering. Warren publicly supported Alba's post-divorce life, exemplifying a mature, respectful approach to the dissolution of a long-term partnership. Unlike many Hollywood splits marked by scandal or acrimony, their breakup showcased a dignified, amicable transition, illustrating that enduring love can continue in different forms even after marital separation. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, one of Hollywood's most recognized couples, parted ways officially in June 2025 after nearly 9 years together, including 6 years of engagement.
It was amazing last night, and I could see they were in the dead, middle table, so I could really...
Their relationship, which began publicly in 2016, was marked by affectionate appearances and shared family milestones, including the birth of their daughter, Daisy Dove. However, pressures from demanding careers, long-distance challenges, and conflicting schedules gradually created distance. In a joint statement, they emphasized their commitment to co-parenting and framed their breakup as a transition to a new type of family relationship. Post-split, Perry devoted herself to her tour and social life, maintaining an energetic presence while prioritizing her role as a mother. Bloom embraced travel, reflection, and a balanced approach to fatherhood. Their story illustrates that even highly publicized, long-term relationships require constant negotiation and compromise to sustain connection, and that the end of a romantic chapter does not preclude continued love and commitment in another form. Rising stars, Kaya Gerber and Austin. Butler also ended their relationship in early 2025. Their romance, which began in late 2021, had captivated fans with glamorous red carpet appearances and a youthful, stylish image. Despite their public chemistry, busy schedules and professional pressures created distance, eventually leading to a mutual, peaceful breakup. Both Gerber and Butler maintained a respectful friendship afterward, reflecting an understanding that romantic love may evolve and that mutual respect can endure beyond the relationship. Their story emphasizes that young love in Hollywood, while celebrated for its glamour, is also susceptible to practical realities like career demands and personal growth. Jaime Fox and Alice Hustep concluded their relationship quietly in early 2025, opting to prioritize careers and personal lives rather than public attention. Fox focused on film and music, while Hustep continued her modeling career, illustrating that sometimes relationships end not from conflict, but from a desire to pursue individual growth. Their amicable separation demonstrated that endings can be graceful and respectful, maintaining dignity and goodwill. Gleb Savchenko and Brooks Ender, another high-profile couple, faced similar challenges. Their romance, marked by shared performances and social media highlights, ultimately succumbed to geographic separation and professional demands. Yet, they parted on amicable terms, respecting one another's careers and continuing to pursue individual passions. This breakup underscores the importance of balance and communication, showing that even under the pressures of public life, respect and friendship can survive the end of romantic relationships. Kanye West and Bianca Censori, whose relationship began under professional circumstances, faced a more complicated dynamic. Their private wedding in 2022 followed years of collaboration and dating, and despite external pressures and controversy, the couple demonstrated resilience, maintaining emotional and creative connections. Their story is a testament to the complexities of love in a highly scrutinized, high-pressure environment, showing that bonds can persist even amid personal and public challenges. Looking at these stories collectively,
Time on Love Island has come to an end. When I found out yesterday what happened,
the first half of 2025 illustrates a profound truth. Love, regardless of public perception, is inherently dynamic and subject to change. Celebrity relationships, magnified by media attention, offer a particularly visible lens through which to examine these dynamics. While some couples like Affleck and Lopez or Simpson and Johnson show that amicable endings and continued respect are possible, others, like the Wolfs, highlight the potential for complexity and emotional strain. Across these narratives, common themes emerge: the need for personal growth, the influence of career and geography, and the enduring importance of family and children. Even amid heartbreak, these breakups often reveal the human capacity for reflection, resilience, and transformation. Couples like Alba and Warren, Perry and Bloom, and Gerber and Butler demonstrate that romantic relationships can end without animosity, and that mutual respect and friendship can endure. Others, such as Wolf, reveal that even the most challenging splits can be navigated with an eye toward responsibility and care for loved ones. The public witnesses the pain and resolution, often finding lessons in dignity, compromise, and emotional intelligence. Moreover, these breakups show that love is multifaceted. It can be passionate, enduring, supportive, and yet still reach a natural conclusion when circumstances change. Reality show romances like Amaya and Brian highlight the challenges of adapting to real-life pressures, while long-term Hollywood marriages show that love requires ongoing effort, negotiation, and balance. Across all these stories, one clear lesson emerges. Endings are not failures. They are transitions, opportunities to rediscover oneself, and chances to redefine relationships in new, meaningful ways. As 2025 continues, the narratives of Bennifer 2.0, Amaya and Brian, Simpson and Johnson, Montgomery and Sethi, Alba and Warren, Perry and Bloom, Gerber and Butler, Fox and Hustep, Savchenko and Ender, West and Sensori, and the Wolves offer a panorama of human experience in the context of fame, family, and personal growth. They remind fans and observers alike that love is both fragile and resilient, that endings may carry pain but also new beginnings, and that dignity, respect, and care can preserve the essence of relationships even after their romantic form has concluded. The breakups of 2025 reinforce a universal truth. Love may end, but memories, growth, and the capacity for care remain. Hollywood's high-profile splits may attract attention, speculation, and emotion, but beneath the headlines lie familiar human stories. Stories of connection, aspiration, challenge, and evolution. Fans are left with lessons on navigating relationships with grace, understanding the importance of personal growth, and appreciating that love often transforms rather than disappears. These endings, whether quiet or public, scandalous or serene, illustrate that even amid heartbreak, there is the promise of new chapters, fresh opportunities, and enduring human bonds. The year's spate of celebrity breakups underscores that relationships are living entities, evolving with the individuals involved. Some love stories conclude quietly, leaving only sweet memories and mutual respect. Others end amid challenges, revealing the complexities of long-term commitment, family responsibilities, and personal change. Yet all share the common thread of growth, reflection, and adaptation. Hollywood, with its spotlight and scrutiny, magnifies these experiences, but at their core, these stories are profoundly relatable. Love is transformative, endings are natural, and moving forward with grace, responsibility, and compassion is what ultimately defines the lasting impact of relationships. As fans reflect on the first half of 2025, they are reminded that even the most admired couples are not immune to life's challenges. Romantic connections, no matter how celebrated, evolve in response to personal aspirations, career demands, and family responsibilities. While heartbreak is inevitable in some cases, amicable resolutions, co-parenting arrangements, and enduring friendships show that love's legacy can transcend its romantic form. In the words of Jennifer Lopez, love does not always disappear. It simply transforms. For Hollywood couples and their admirers alike, this year demonstrates that endings are often new beginnings, and that the most important connections, those of respect, care, and shared memories, can endure beyond the conclusion of romance. The year 2025, though still in its early stages, has already been marked by a surprising number of high-profile breakups in Hollywood, leaving fans and the media alike both stunned and reflective. From long-term marriages that seemed unshakable to young, dazzling couples whose romance had only recently captured the public's imagination. The first half of the year has reminded everyone that celebrity relationships, despite the allure of glamour and fame, are not immune to the pressures of life, career, and personal growth. While some of these separations unfolded quietly and amicably, others were fraught with tension, legal disputes, and public scrutiny, providing a stark reminder that love, in all its forms, is a complex and delicate part of the human experience. Among the most discussed breakups of 2025
Really like see my mom and Evan and Jess and everyone. Honestly, it was just like,
is the split of Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, a couple whose relationship has long been the subject of fascination and speculation. Famously referred to as Bennifer, the pair initially dated in the early 2000s, becoming engaged in 2002 before breaking up in 2004. Their reunion in 2021, nearly 2 decades later, captured global attention, culminating in a widely celebrated wedding in 2022. During their time together, Affleck and Lopez were frequently in the public eye, attending high-profile events from the Met Gala to the Oscars, and were often praised for embodying a mature, balanced romance. Their relationship was seen by many as a fairy tale reunion, symbolizing the possibility of true love, overcoming time and past heartbreak. Despite the public image of harmony and affection, the pressures of life eventually took a toll. In August 2024, Lopez filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The legal process concluded on January 6, 2025. Though rumors and speculation swirled in the media, both parties emphasized the absence of scandal. They privately agreed on the division of assets, including their shared villa, with no requirement for alimony. Affleck noted that media coverage often amplified ordinary disagreements, while Lopez spoke candidly about the breakup as a period of reflection that allowed her to embrace self-love and personal growth. Today, Lopez has focused on artistic endeavors, including the film Kiss of the Spider-Woman, produced by Affleck, demonstrating their continued professionalism and respect. Affleck, meanwhile, prioritizes his children with ex-wife Jennifer Garner and has quietly begun dating again. The end of Bennifer 2.0 serves as a poignant reminder that even the most celebrated romances can conclude gracefully, allowing both individuals to move forward on their personal journeys. Reality television has similarly produced heartbreak this year, particularly with Amaya Espinol and Brian Arenales, winners of Love Island USA Season 7. This couple captured viewers' hearts with their chemistry, tender moments, and ultimately their shared victory as the first Latino couple to win the competition. Their decision to split the $100,000 prize to demonstrate solidarity further strengthened their image as a couple defined by mutual care and teamwork. However, the fairy tale narrative quickly unraveled. Within weeks of leaving the villa, fans noticed that Amaya and Brian had unfollowed each other on social media and removed their affectionate posts. Rumors of an external relationship on Brian's part ignited online controversy, and though he denied any infidelity, Amaya confirmed their breakup, citing diverging life paths and the realization that their relationship required alignment that they could no longer achieve. This sudden split highlighted the challenges reality show romances face when transitioning into the realities of everyday life and independence, illustrating how public adoration cannot always insulate a relationship from personal conflicts and priorities. Another prominent breakup involved Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson, whose marriage had been admired for nearly 11 years. Married in 2014, the couple shared a life together filled with family focus and mutual support, raising 3 children in a stable, nurturing environment. Their separation, announced via social media in early 2025, was framed as a calm and intentional choice rather than a response to dramatic conflict. Both emphasized that the well-being of their children was the primary concern, and that their amicable arrangement allowed for ongoing co-parenting while giving each the space to focus on personal growth. Simpson noted that the separation was a necessary step toward regaining balance in her life, while Johnson remained a devoted father. This breakup serves as an example of how long-term relationships can conclude with dignity, respect, and maturity, leaving an impression of thoughtful, responsible decision-making rather than scandal. Similarly, Mai Gummer and Meyer Sethi, a couple known for their privacy and discretion, finalized their divorce in February 2025, though they had been living apart since May 2023. Married in 2019 and parents to a young son, the couple managed to keep their split largely out of the public eye. The priority for both was maintaining a stable and loving environment for their child while continuing to advance their careers. The separation, after nearly 6 years of marriage, demonstrates a growing trend among Hollywood couples who choose to handle breakups privately, emphasizing professionalism, family responsibility, and personal dignity over media spectacle. Jessica Alba and Cash Warren also brought their 16-year marriage to an end in early 2025. Their relationship, which had included 2 decades of companionship and 3 children, was one of Hollywood's most enduring unions. The separation was preceded by subtle indicators such as living apart and no longer wearing wedding rings, and was later confirmed by Alba on social media. She emphasized that their bond over the years had been profound, and though their romantic journey had ended, they remained committed to co-parenting. Warren publicly supported Alba's endeavors, illustrating a mature, amicable approach to a long-term separation. Unlike many Hollywood splits, their divorce lacked scandal or conflict, reinforcing the idea that love, even when no longer romantic, can evolve into friendship, respect, and continued partnership for the sake of family. Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom, a couple often seen as emblematic of romantic Hollywood partnerships, officially ended their relationship in June 2025 after nearly 9 years together. Their relationship had begun publicly in 2016, and over the years, they shared countless appearances and milestones, including the birth of their daughter, Daisy Dove. The pressures of careers, overlapping schedules, and long-distance arrangements gradually eroded the couple's closeness. In a joint statement, they framed the breakup as a transition rather than a termination, emphasizing their commitment to co-parenting and ensuring stability for their child. Following the separation, Perry immersed herself in her tour, social engagements, and personal experiences, maintaining her radiant energy while prioritizing her role as a mother. Bloom, in turn, embraced travel and reflection, focusing on his personal growth while remaining present as a father. Their story demonstrates that even high-profile, long-term relationships require ongoing effort and negotiation, and that the end of a romantic chapter does not preclude enduring love in another form. Kaya Gerber and Austin Butler, young Hollywood stars who began dating in late 2021, also parted ways in early 2025. Their romance had captivated fans with glamorous red carpet appearances, shared public moments, and a youthful, stylish image. However, the couple's busy schedules and professional demands created distance that eventually became insurmountable. Despite the breakup, Gerber and Butler maintained a respectful friendship, continuing to support one another's careers and personal growth. Their story underscores that young love, even when highly celebrated, is vulnerable to the practical realities of life. Yet mutual respect and admiration can endure beyond romance. Jamie Foxx and Alice Hustep ended their relationship quietly in early 2025, opting to prioritize personal and professional lives over public attention. Foxx devoted himself to film and music projects, while Hustep focused on modeling. Their separation, handled privately and without fanfare, illustrates that not all breakups are dramatic, and that personal growth and self-discovery often necessitate a transition away from romantic partnerships, even when affection remains. Gleb Savchenko and Brooks Ender, another prominent couple, experienced a similar dynamic. Their romance, initially full of public performances, social media highlights, and collaborative appearances, ultimately succumbed to geographic distance and demanding careers. Despite this, they parted on amicable terms, continuing to pursue their individual passions while maintaining mutual respect. Their story reinforces that even when romantic relationships end, friendship, admiration, and support can persist, allowing both individuals to thrive independently. Kanye West and Bianca Censori's relationship presents a more complex narrative. The couple married privately in 2022 after years of dating and collaboration. West's controversial statements and public scrutiny created tension, Yet the pair demonstrated resilience by maintaining both emotional and professional connections. Their story exemplifies the challenges of sustaining love in a high-pressure, highly scrutinized environment, illustrating that bonds may persist even amid public speculation, personal difficulties, and professional demands. Perhaps the most dramatic and publicly challenging breakup of the year involved Scott and Kelly Wolfe. Married in 2004 and together since 2002, the couple raised 3 children while cultivating an image of harmony and stability. Their separation in June 2025 was followed by legal battles, temporary restraining orders, and custody disputes, revealing the emotional and practical challenges inherent in long-term relationships ending. Allegations, hospitalizations, and temporary custody arrangements underscored the difficulties of navigating personal conflict while maintaining parental responsibilities. Despite these challenges, both prioritized the children's well-being, demonstrating resilience, responsibility, and the complexities of balancing personal emotions with familial obligations. In the end, these stories collectively serve as a reminder that love, while celebrated and scrutinized in the public eye, is ultimately a deeply human experience. Hollywood's high-profile couples, despite fame and fortune, navigate challenges, heartbreak, and transitions that resonate with audiences worldwide. Their experiences underscore the universal truths of connection, growth, and emotional resilience. Relationships can end, but respect, care, and the capacity for love remain. For fans and observers, these breakups evoke a spectrum of emotions: sadness, nostalgia, admiration for civility, and hope for the future. They reinforce that even when love changes form or concludes, its imprint endures, shaping personal growth and guiding the journey toward new chapters, opportunities, and discoveries.